What's up? It's Crash Band 4, the Functional Brother here, and I want to talk about Nintendo and how, why is the, why did Nintendo hire the FBI to take down the ROMs, the piracy sites? You know what Nintendo should really do? Uh, what they should be doing, okay, go after ROM sites, yes, but don't stop banning people's systems. Ban the accounts, but don't ban don't ban the system. Okay, banning the system only drives is only going to drive gamers away. It's only going to drive people away. And trying to get rid of used games is only going to drive people away. Really, it's only going to drive people away. I know Nintendo's doing this on purpose. Nintendo purposely decided to make the system detect if you have a used game that's been copied. They did it on purpose because Nintendo does not want you to buy used games. That is so stupid, you know. That's so dumb and it's so idiotic. Nintendo needs to fix this shit. If they don't fix this, then the Switch 3 could fail. No. I'm not joking. The Switch 3 could actually fail. I'm not joking. It could honestly, this what they're doing right now could cost them the next generation. And what Nintendo's doing with the system, the read limit, the data reading, the data limits. Nintendo has proven that they haven't learned anything from the failure of the N64. They've learned nothing, and Nintendo will never learn. You know, Nintendo will never learn their lesson from past failures. They'll never learn. Like for real, it's really weird. You know, it's really stupid. After the Switch was first revealed, right? Aside from the price, there was hype, right? But now the only thing you hear is bad stuff about the Switch 2. The only thing you hear is bad stuff. Like, Nintendo needs to fix this ASAP. They need to fix this garbage as soon as possible, or else if they don't, their first party games might fail. I'm not joking. People might stop buying first party Nintendo games. I'm really serious. People might not stop buying them. I'm not joking. People might stop buying them, you know. But yeah, I remember a time when before there was any banning your accounts or anything, right? You you would buy the game and then you put it on the system and that's it. And you would play. You know, no downloads, no updates, no stupid bullshit. Worry no bullshit worry about bans. Nope. You just put it in the system and play. That's it. Put a system on the GameCube N64 and just play it. Just play the game. That's it. Play the game. There's no worries about bullshit, stupid, idiotic banning and stuff like that. There was no worry about that. You know, when you bought a used game for the GameCube, you put it in, you can play it. You could just you could just put it in and play it. There's no worries of oh yeah, my system won't work online. It won't work. Oh my system might be bricked or something. Like, you know, or my system might break. There's no problem with that. You know, there's no worries of that bullshit happening. Really. Could I mean, could you could you imagine if someone can you imagine in the 90s, right? If you bought an N64 game, right, you got it used, right, and it was copied to N64, right, and then you put it into the system, and then it says this system has been copied. Since this game has been copied, you cannot play the game anymore. This 1064 is not going to be usable anymore. Have a good day. That would be so stupid. It happened in the 90s. That would be so dumb. Like, for real. That would be so bullshit. You know, people say that that Nintendo died with Iwata. Nintendo died with the Wii U. You know, and Nintendo didn't die with the Wii U. No. Nintendo died with the GameCube. The GameCube Nintendo died with. Okay? After the GameCube, Nintendo's never been the same since. Did you ever notice that Nintendo's been having less games since after the GameCube? Less games. Like, less new games. After the GameCube, they had less new games. They had, more stupid, they had stupid practices. Like for instance, how they manipulated our minds into believing that the Wii had motion controls, when in all actuality had shaking controls. They manipulated our minds with the game. What's it called? Wii Sports. And yes, that game was amazing, but still. It still does not stop the fact that it's still manipulation, even if it's a good thing, even if it's good manipulation. Oh man, I love Wii Sports. I love Wii Sports. I really, I feel like we're playing Wii Sports right now. I'm sorry for stuttering. I have tics. I'm sorry about that for stuttering. I have a friend that has tics, and he made me like have that habit. But yeah, this is not good for Nintendo's future. Like, what Nintendo's doing is really bad for their future. Like, if Nintendo keeps this up, Sega might buy them out. What I mean? I'm just saying, Sega might buy out Nintendo. And that would be a dream come true for me, kind of. But it would also be kind of worrisome that, that would really make me question my sanity. Seeing a Nintendo game on a Sega console? This is a bad idea. It's not going to work. Sega buys out Nintendo. It's all over. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Sega Neptune? No, not Sega Neptune. The Sega Uranus. So, so pretty much I'm playing Mario Kart on Planet Uranus. Planet Uranus. Uranus. It's not gonna be a beautiful picture, okay? If Sega buys out Nintendo, I'm just saying, I don't want Sega to buy out Nintendo, and for them to ruin Nintendo's IPs and make them become and make Sonic Mario into Sonic characters. I mean, I saw those videos of Sega Sonic if it was owned by Nintendo. It's not a good picture if Mario was owned by Sega, man. That's gonna be a bad idea. Bad idea. Why not? Here's the thing. How about instead of making bans on people's systems? That's a good idea. What if Nintendo banned people's names? Huh? Ban people's names. Let's say my system gets bricked, right? If I buy another Switch 2, right? The system and I make a new account, my system won't work at all. It won't work online and it won't work offline. That would be such a huge, that would be such a horrible horrible issue. That would be so horrible. That would be so terrible. No, that would be awful. Oh man, that would just be awful. That would be no saying no. That'd be terrible. That'd be absolutely terrible if they did that. So yeah, that'd be horrendous. Crash Band 4 out.